For years, the world of gaming has been at war. A war between superiority over who is best. The victor would, supposedly, stand triumphant over those who had lost, and claim champion above all. But like all great wars, the struggle is ongoing. The end is not in sight. The battles are frequent, often without a victor, and many have fallen without an offspring to take over. For this month, we take a look at all the warring factions and let you decide who reigns supreme overall. Welcome to War. The Console Wars. This is the Gaming Wildlife Foundation. So, I was told that in this game there is a move called a rocket jump that is more powerful than a regular jump. How exactly do you pull that off? And I'm dead. For this episode, we take a look at the Xbox gamer. Microsoft's first foray into the world of console gaming began in November 2001 with the Xbox. It was the first American-made video game console since the Atari Jaguar's discontinuation in 1996. Engineers from the DirectX team started developing it in 1998, calling it a DirectX box, later abbreviated to Xbox. It was made to bring PC gamers back to Windows-based video games that had been lost by the production of the PlayStation and the upcoming PlayStation 2.
Round 2, game's up.
What? I told you to pause between takes. I wasn't ready.
Gotcha.
Damn it. Well, we seem to be getting a pretty decent idea of how this game is supposed to work.
You need to pay more attention to your game.
I'm trying to narrate the episode.
That sounds like a personal problem to me.
For more information on this subject, we go to our expert, from the University of Gaming's head of the Microsoft Studies Department, William Apertures.
Xbox gamers have some of the best online connectivity out of all other factions in the console wars. This has given the group a smug sense of superiority over the others.
That line sounds familiar.
Because Windows was always at the forefront of PC gaming, and having their only competitor be Apple back in the 90s, they wanted to gain a proper foothold in the console market. This way, people would still use their products when it came to video games.
Has Apple ever been a strong contender when it comes to video games?
They would have been in the 2000s if Bungie would have stuck with them. Did you know that Halo was actually originally supposed to be Apple exclusive? Microsoft bought them out and made Halo an Xbox exclusive game.
That seems like it's cheating.
No, that's just business.
Like I said, cheating.
Because PC gaming always attracted a more hardcore crowd, not like Nintendo. The Xbox appealed to a more sports-oriented frat boy audience over PlayStation and Nintendo's respective audiences. What helped this was Microsoft's internet service called Xbox Live.
Oh god, yes, I've heard of that. There's hundreds of different stories about the horrible racial insults teenagers hurl at each other over Xbox Live.
They still do. Listen to this.
Okay. My god! What did you do to him?
Just this.
Well, that's just mean.
Xbox Live was made specifically for the first-person shooter crowd. After the success of Halo, Microsoft pushed online access for the sequel, drawing in a whole bunch of new recruits to the Xbox gamer faction.
But they're so offensive, you'd think that Xbox Live would drive away people because of how much hatred there is on there.
Exactly. That's why it worked.
It did?
Of course. The vile sexism, the blatant racism, and the overused curses and slurs, it weeded out the weaklings and brought on only the strongest of gamers.
Wait, what?
Xbox marketed themselves as a guy's console, a console for bros. And Xbox Live weeded out the weaker people who wouldn't have the stomach to deal with cursing teenagers. Because of this, the only people left were the ones with thick skin who would defend the console to the death, because they understood the people on there. It's like the 4chan of consoles.
That is a terrible analogy.
It's all so bad. It makes the entire community hostile and unwilling to add new members.
It also makes the entire community unified. They know they're offensive, they know they're not PC, and they won't step on eggshells. They're stronger because of it.
They're also really sexist and racist. Seriously, what did you do to that guy?
Teabagged his corpse.
What does that entail?
Watch.
Oh, that's just rude.
But it also shows dominance within the society. Hostility makes them stronger, and a much more powerful contender in the console wars.
Alright, so Xbox has a unified community. But what about graphics? Can they outperform Nintendo in that regard?
Well, technically, yes. Most consoles can. But,
But...
especially with the Xbox One, they're still behind. They've got a foothold on first-person shooters, but the graphics are usually 720p at most. Sometimes they can get them up to 900p, but top-of-the-line graphics aren't what sets them apart.
we still need a system with decent graphics. It would also help if the community wasn't so hostile.
Like a group of everyman gamers?
Exactly! Isn't there a console for the everyman gamer?
Oh, come on, you know it's PlayStation.
Oh, we'll see you next week.